Dear students, welcome back to the video. So today we are going to see the conic sections. So under conic sections we will be drawing ellipse, parabola, hyperbola and even rectangular hyperbola also. Okay. So to draw this ellipse, parabola, hyperbola, there are two methods. So first method is eccentricity method and the next one is special methods. So under special methods we have a concentric circle method, rectangle method, parallelogram method, arcs of circle method, and rhombus method, right? So apart from this there are some other methods also, but we will be utilizing only these four methods and we'll be giving importance to only these four methods. Okay. Let us have an problem. Draw an ellipse with the major axis 100 mm and minor axis 70 mm using special method. So we are going to draw the ellipse so using these special methods. So as I said earlier, so the special methods are concentric circle method, rectangle method, parallelogram method and arcs of circle method. So here the given major axis is, so when you look at the question, the given major axis is, the given major axis is, major axis 100 mm and minor axis 70 mm. Okay. So first step what you do is, draw the major axis and minor axis to the given dimension. Okay. So here the given dimension is 10 centimeter, I mean 100 mm, right? So draw the major axis and find the midpoint at the same time. So you have to draw the major axis horizontally and minor axis vertically. Okay. So this minor axis is 70 mm. So this both should intersect at the midpoint. They should bisect each other. Okay. So take 70 mm at the bisecting point. Okay. So here, so AB is a major axis. AB equals to major axis and minor axis equal to CD. Okay. AB CD is the minor axis. So here AB is 100 mm and CD is 70 mm. Okay. So now let us draw the circle, because they asked us to draw the ellipse by concentric circle method. What do you mean by concentric circle? So circles having the same radius. Okay. So so many circles having common radius is called as concentric circle. So place the compass at the center point and take the radius of the major axis and draw the circle to the given dimension. Draw the circle to the given dimension, and similarly go to this minor axis. Similarly draw the inner circle. Okay. Draw the inner circle also. So I had drawn the two circles, I mean concentric circles. So using two dimensions. So one is major axis and another one is minor axis. So now what you have to do is, so you have to divide this circle, either the small circle or biggest circle, into 12 equal parts. So we know that how to divide the given circle. So I am going to choose this minor axis and I am going to divide this circle into 12 equal parts. So I am going to put the arc above the line and below the line, and again I am placing the compass here and above the line and this side below the line. So again change the position from this point to that another point, and again change the position to this point to this point. Okay, so now the circle has been divided into 12 equal parts. So draw this line towards this center point. Okay, extend this line also. Okay, and now you can see that so it has been divided into 12 equal parts, both the uh, circles, minor circle as well as the major circle. Okay, so now the circle has been divided into 12 equal divisions. So name this. So let us give 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, so if we are labeling the outer circle as 1 2 3 4, the inner circle should also have some names, right? So go for 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash, 8 dash, 9 dash, 10 dash, 11 dash, 12 dash. Okay, so almost we completed half of the work now. Okay, so now what you do is take the scale. There are two circles, so one is outer circle and another one is inner circle. At the outer circle, right, at the outer circle, so at each division you have the contact point on the circle. Okay, so place the scale like this, draw the vertical lines, above the line AB and below the line AB. Okay, simultaneously on the other side also, the next point, move to the next point, 10 as well as 2. So draw the vertical lines up to this, draw the vertical lines. Okay, and already at 3 and 9 you have vertical line only. Please remember, at the outer circle you have to draw the vertical lines only. At the outer circle you have to draw the vertical lines only. So simultaneously draw the vertical lines at all the points. So now the vertical lines has been drawn from the outer circle. So we have the point 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash up to 12 dashes at the inner circle. So earlier what we did, we had drawn the vertical lines at the intersecting points on the outer circle 1 2 3 4 up to 12. Okay, so now you have to draw the vertical lines for the outer circle, whereas you have to draw the horizontal lines to the inner circle. So the vertical lines which you had drawn should be parallel to this minor axis. So please listen, these are the vertical lines which you had drawn, right? So these lines are parallel to this minor axis. So whereas the horizontal lines which you are going to draw now should be parallel to the major axis. Now at this intersecting point, so this is the intersecting point, right? So these are the intersecting point of the inner circle. Draw the horizontal lines. Place the scale like this, draw the horizontal lines. So if you want, you can place simultaneously on both sides. So draw these horizontal lines. Okay, so again here also move to the bottom, below the line AB, draw the horizontal lines. So I am drawing the horizontal lines. So move the scale, draw the horizontal lines at each and every point. Okay, so now the horizontal lines has been drawn which is parallel to the major axis. Now so you can see that, so when this vertical line as well as the horizontal lines are drawn from the outer circle as well as the inner circle, you are getting the intersecting point. Okay, so these are the intersecting points, right? So these are the intersecting points, so which we get after drawing the vertical lines as well as horizontal lines respectively from inner circle as well as outer circle. Okay, so now this is the end of the minor axis. So now you have to trace the ellipse. You see that both the major axis as well as the minor axis, it should make a contact. Okay, so now draw the ellipse. So just join all these points. So once if you join all these points, so you can see that you are getting the ellipse that's all. So finally we got the ellipse. So now we have to give the names to this one. So this one is P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, this one is P6, P7, P8, P9, P10, P11, P12. Okay, so these are the 12 points, so which has been traced for the ellipse. Okay, so now we have to mark this major axis as well as the minor axis also. Let us go for the dimensioning part. So now after completing this, draw a light line to the major axis, vertical lines. Okay, and as well as this is the end for the minor axis, right? So draw the dimensioning line. So this is the dimensioning line. So as I said earlier, the arrow mark should be in 3:1 ratio. So if you have the template, so you can use a template to draw the arrows. Okay, so please see that the arrows are very neat and legible. Okay, so here this one is 70 mm and this one is 100 mm, right? So I hope you all understood how to draw ellipse by concentric circle method. If you have doubt, so you can either call me or you can message me. Thank you all.